What's going on, brothers? Just let me tell you the name. Got a video for you. It's written title, Self-inflicted Part 49. Here goes. Shout out to Fish for his most recent video. Shout out to AJ. And shout out to all you brothers out there who are skillful. You brothers out there who are pensive. You brothers out there who are hip to all of this insanity that's going on right now. Check this out. You know how these trollops for the past 2 years have been jumping on TikTok and asking the very same question, where are all the men? You know these podcasters and these relationship dating roaches, these so-called self-proclaimed gurus, when they tell these trollops where the men are, they're not really doing them any favors, because when they speak and these trollops listen, it just goes in one ear and out the other ear. They ignore them. And because these trollops are trollops, their condition waxes worse and worse. Now today, they're in a very bad position that they put themselves into. That's right. They put themselves in the unsightly condition they're in right now. So, at some point, these very same pitiful specimens are going to start spinning the narrative that if you tell the truth to a woman, that is misogynoir, or that is some other buzzword that these feminists come up with. Hear what I said. Going forward, if you tell any of these trolls the truth or give them the facts, they're going to respond back with, you just hate women. We're trying to help them. This right here is peak delusion. That's what this is, brothers. This is peak delusion, vanity, and narcissism on their part. That's why when they ask the question, where are all the men? I laugh at them, and I keep it moving. Because if you brothers out there who are pensive, you brothers out there who are skillful, we all know where the men are. The men are at work. They're either at work, they're at home, they're studying, and they're enjoying their life trollop-free, drama-free. And it's been like that for the past few decades, thanks to things like hashtag Mgtow, hashtag kill all men, hashtag listen and believe, hashtag don't approach, and hashtag waste his time. And that's what happened. The ball's in our court, brothers. I'm going to say it again, the ball's in our court. Especially if you look up something called the Genius Act. Yeah, the Genius Act. You brothers out there who found your footing in IT, you brothers out there who found your footing in stable coins, you brothers out there who found your footing in smart contracting, congratulations. Stack your green, hold on to it. If you have male relatives, or even friends and colleagues who want in on it, give them the playbook. You hear what I said? Give them the playbook. While these trollops crash out and engage in copium and pretend that their ship's not sinking, you can just continue to grab the bag, enjoy your life, and then eventually head for the exit. That's what you can do. Because if you have more money, you have more options. You see, these trolls, they don't have any options. 2/3 of them have student loan debt and credit card debt that they can't pay off, and that they're not going to pay off. They're having their wages garnished. That's why they've made panhandling on TikTok their new full-time job. And some of them have gotten so bugged out in their condition that some of them are going to try to force men into relationships And as I said to my brothers in previous videos, that if they use force, they won't have a civilization anymore. You can't force relationships. You can't force pair bonding. You can't force any of that. It has to come natural. It has to be organic. Nothing is forced. But some way, somehow, these tribes think they know better than us. They think they know men better than we know ourselves. And right now, they're face planting. It's blowing up in their face. Yes, it's blowing up in their face. You see, your first hint should have came 20 years ago when they started sounding the alarm that there are more women getting arrested and going to jail than men. That's when the first alarm bells started ringing. And we fast forward to today. A lot of these trollops are going homeless. A lot of these trollops are having run-ins with Little Boy Blue and his $10 badge. But they're not going to change their behavior. They're not going to accept any accountability. If you tell these former spring chickens and these flightless birds that men are not getting married because women will not stay married, they get defensive. They get defensive. If you tell these abject 304s that men with deep pockets are not interested in marrying sperm toilets, they get defensive. They don't want to hear what you got to say. And that's why the condition right now is waxing worse and worse. All self-inflicted. 1,000% self-inflicted. That's what it is. So it goes like this. Let's say you're prepping for a vacation. Let's say you're in a grocery store. You have a full cart, and these trollops, they bump into you, or they see that you're living fat, and they ask you the question out in the parking lot or in the supermarket. I'm sorry, I just have to ask, what do you do for a living? And you tell them what you do for a living, and then they try to steer the conversation towards your salary. You cut it off. That's what you do, you cut it off. Because these trollops are out here right now, they're very desperate. They're delusional, they're full of greed, envy, murder, and don't think for one second that because they're in their condition, the condition that they put themselves in, that they won't try to get you. Especially you brothers out there who found your footing in those blue-collar trades, you brothers who found your footing in IT, you brothers who found your footing in smart contracts, especially you brothers who are clearing $160,000 to $200,000 a year off your own skill set. Keep doing what you're doing. That's a lot of bread to work with. That's a lot of bread to carve out your own destiny. For you brothers out there who play video games, you know what I'm referring to. But yeah, they gotta face facts. Their calamity, their pain, and their misery is 1,000% self-inflicted. They did this to themselves. In this day and age, there's an old Native American proverb that says, beware of the man that does not talk and the dog that does not bark. It's the quiet ones. The quiet ones who are in the back studying everybody and taking notes. Those are the most dangerous. And I'm just going to say it like this. For you brothers worth your salt, you brothers of ICers here, you brothers out there who are skillful and pensive, like myself, we are the dangerous ones. That's what we are. These trolls want a piece of us, but they can't have it. Host denies, parasite dies. Better yourself for yourself. Go your own way, live your own way, brothers. That's my advice to you. Go your own way, and live your own way. The ball's in your court. It's not a Mgtow. That's all I got for you. Like the bad shirt in the commentary, if you subscribe. If you're not doing it, visit my channel, my tip jar, and my channel. Alright, fam. Alright, brethren. You know Israel. You know routine. Go on way, live your own way. SYSBM is for these hoochies. It's for these sperm toilets. These 304s. These bullfrogs and bonnets. And these lead pipe babies. I probably say how we say it. Give them nothing. This has been Mgtow PSA. Welcome to State. See you soon.